Students, in this video we are going to see bond enthalpy. As usual, before going for the definition, we will take help of an example. So here, consider the reaction H2 getting decomposed to H gaseous plus H gaseous, and here the enthalpy of reaction is 436.4 kJ. Now what we have seen in the equation that a H2 molecule is broken down into its constituent elements, but they are in the gaseous form. Students, it is very similar to bond dissociation enthalpy or the enthalpy of atomization. It shows that HH bond in 1 mole it decomposes producing gaseous hydrogen atom, and the enthalpy change for the reaction is 436.4 kJ, and this is what is called as bond enthalpy of HH molecule or HH bond. Now if you see the molecule of hydrogen, it is like this, and here the two hydrogen atoms, they are separated, means energy is supplied to break this bond. And to break anything, we need to supply the energy, and therefore it is always an endothermic reaction. So let us create the definition now. This is the enthalpy change which is required to break a particular covalent bond in 1 mole of gaseous molecule to produce gaseous atoms or radicals. This is bond enthalpy. So let us write the definition. So let us revise the definition. It is the enthalpy change which is required to break a particular covalent bond in 1 mole of gaseous molecule to produce gaseous atoms or radicals, that is bond enthalpy. To understand this, let us take one more equation. Now the equation can be that or you can say that the enthalpy of dissociation for chlorine molecule is 242.7. How you will write the equation? For that, chlorine molecule in the gaseous form requires, means I will write this in ClCl form, or you can write 2Cl, and here the enthalpy of reaction, this is 242.7 kJ. Here also if you see, this is positive, means it is endothermic in nature. Now students, when I am talking about H2 molecule or Cl2 molecule, we call such molecules as homodiatomic molecules. What is the meaning of homo? Both the atoms, they are same. Let us take some example of heterodiatomic. For hetero, I can go for HCl. So what will be the second example you can practice is HCl in its gaseous state. What I will get here is hydrogen and Cl in the gaseous form. So here the enthalpy of, or the bond enthalpy is 431.9 kJ. So this much amount of energy is required to break the H and Cl bond. Now when we talk about this type, when we say they are diatomic, means we are breaking a single covalent bond. But can it be applicable for polyatomic molecules? So let us see that by taking some of the examples. Student, one hint or one point which is very important to notice is that whenever you supply a particular slot of energy to the molecule, it will break a single bond in one lot. Means if I am taking a molecule, say for example AB2, means the molecule must be AB. When I supply the first lot of the energy, it will break the first covalent bond, and then the second lot will break this energy. So the energy which you are supplying will be utilized to break one bond, then the second bond. So it will be in steps. So for that, let us see some of the examples of polyatomic molecules. So each covalent bond in polyatomic molecule is associated with its own specific bond enthalpy. And therefore, let us see, the first example is water. Now if I consider, so let us write this as polyatomic molecules. So here what I will get is 2H gaseous and O gaseous. Now here if I see, the enthalpy for the reaction or the bond enthalpy is 927 kJ. Now the above equation implies that the enthalpy change for breaking two OH bonds in 1 mole of gaseous water molecule is 927 kJ. Two OH bonds in water, they are identical. The energy needed to break individual OH bonds, they are different. So we say that this bond breaking takes place in two steps. So let us see what are the two steps. The same reaction. So the first step is water in its gaseous form will first form OH gaseous plus H gaseous. And for this, the energy is 499 kJ. In the second step, now this OH bond will be broken. So OH gaseous will give H gaseous plus O gaseous. Now here the enthalpy is 428 kJ. Now if I add both the equations, what I will get? This and this will get cancelled. So water gaseous will give me 1 and 2. So it will give me 2H gaseous plus O gaseous. If I am adding the equation, I will add this also and I will get here delta this is equal to, how much will be this? Is 927. But students, it is very interesting and important to note that we never take the bond enthalpy for water like this. So in such molecules, we always go for average bond enthalpy. Now what is that average bond enthalpy? So average bond enthalpy is the total enthalpy divided by number of dissociations. So how much will be the total bond enthalpy for a water molecule? It will be 927, that is the total what we got, divided by number of dissociations, that is 2. So let us divide this, it will be 463.5 kJ. So what is this? This is the average bond enthalpy for water molecule. So it is always recommended that when the molecule has 2 or more than 2 bonds, then we always go for average bond enthalpy. Let us take one more example to understand this. So students, let us take the example of methane molecule. So you can do this simultaneously to understand the concept. It's very easy. I'm taking 1 mole of methane in the gaseous form. So first it will give me CH3 gaseous plus H gaseous. Second step, this CH3, again you have to consider in the gaseous form, it will give me CH2 gaseous plus H gaseous. 1 hydrogen in every step you have to break down. So next is CH2 will give me CH plus H. And this CH now will give you C plus H gaseous. Now you will add the equations. For that, let us write the enthalpies here. So for this, I will just mark this, the enthalpies. They won't be same because the environment and the bond strength, they will vary as the molecule becomes more and more unstable after the first cleavage. And then it will lose the last hydrogen easily. So the last enthalpy here will be less. Let us see what the values will be. It is 427, 439, 452 and 347 kJ. So they all are in kJ values. The first is 427, 439, 452 and 347. Let us add up the equation. Students, when you are adding the equation, consider first and second step, cancel what is common. So I am considering the first and second. So I will cancel this and this. Now I will consider second and third. So I will cancel this and this. Third and fourth, I'll cancel this and this. Now what is left is CH4 gaseous will give me, here only carbon is left, so carbon gaseous plus 4H gaseous. This is what you can consider in a single step reaction. As I have added all the reactions here, I will add the enthalpies also, and this value comes out to 1665 kJ. Is it the bond enthalpy for methane? No, because we have to consider average CH bond enthalpy. So let us see what is average bond CH enthalpy. So the average CH bond enthalpy will be equal to the total of all the enthalpies, that is 1665, divided by the number of dissociations. How many dissociations we have carried out? 1, 2, 3 and 4 dissociations. So it will be divided by 4. So what is the average bond enthalpy? So for this, for CH is 416. Let us try this. 0.16 it will be 400 kJ. So this is the average bond enthalpy what we have, mole inverse. So students, this is how you consider the bond enthalpies. For diatomic, whether it is homo or hetero, you simply go for the total, while for polyatomic, we always go for average bond enthalpy. Now let us see the formula what we use to calculate the bond enthalpy for the reaction, which is very, very important. So here, the formula what we use here for that, the formula is, usually the formula what we consider is the total summation of the enthalpies of the product minus that of reactant. But for bond enthalpies, it is very, very important to note that it is always the summation of the enthalpies of the reactants minus that of products. So what the formula is, the enthalpy for the reaction is equal to the summation of the enthalpies of reactants minus the summation of total enthalpies of the products. This is very, very important. The formula is different from usual formulas what you study. It is always reactants minus products. So let us take one example. Here I have taken hydrogen plus iodine, that is I2, giving 2HI. The equation is in its gaseous state. Then how you will calculate the total enthalpy change for the reaction? So here the enthalpy, before going for this, you must take care that you have to balance the equation. Here the equation is balanced. Now the enthalpy of reaction, that is standard, is equal to, how I will write, delta standard for HH. So the bond enthalpy for this plus bond enthalpy for I, that is this. So the total I have taken for the reactants minus, it will be 2 times the standard enthalpy of HI. So here it is reactant and this is product. Problems will be solving in the next video. I hope you have understood what is bond enthalpy, what actually you do when you are considering the bond enthalpy for heteropolyatomic molecules. Now students, the formula is very, very important. It is always the total summation of the enthalpies of the reactants minus that of products. I hope you have understood. So please do share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you students.